Anyway, we have a call there.
We have a call.
All right. It doesn't can I then?
Yeah, sure.
Why then?
Sir, Obuami. Pacho, we a calculator.
Yes, a calculator.
Pacho de Jukra. Name Bobo, and Niema, Onua Tinase in 8 years. Why ye? I'm a Ghana for ye di emia, edi abewa. Obetia see the entire.
That's a calculator. One are the buy to Bobo. What
me pacho me that. Share. First one. Oh, fiha. 58 million National Cathedral. Sinkhole. 58 million. Na Ghana ni bia o hobia on paper nacho. O de offer calculator. Embo 58 million US dollars. Now we are on 108 million ambulance scandal. Oh, me can say Obama.
Okay.
Me can say Obama.
It's 58 million.
US dollars.
Plus
108 million.
Plus 108 million.
2.8 million.
Plus 2.8.
Plus 130 million.
Plus
frontier COVID
130.
testing. Yes.
Plus
222.7 million.
Hey.
222.7 million.
0.7.
Yes, Bank of Ghana headquarters.
Okay.
Palugu Dam. Omo Jessica. Ese Omaye. The biggest ever no. Yeah, I call who you say Omunya she wo honum no. Eno nkwa keke no $11 million. 11 million
plus 11.
Now 48 million All African Games
plus 48.
Accreditation. Okay, I said accreditation. Accreditation keke. Over 1,000 accreditation. You know. Okay, now boom. Now all the 3 billion SML scam. SML no ha.
And they 3 billion.
3 billion.
The 3 billion you can remember say.
Calculator no kwa ha enkum.
Okay, 9 zeros but me both zeros na for so.
Okay, we now boom. 1.7 billion.
Mami ko 1.7.
Now 150 million. Cathedral executives.
150.
Cathedral executives no. Omo ko tira ho no keke. Omo aketua keke aye tua omo ever since I started here 150 million dollars. Now 1.4 billion COVID
another 1.4 billion.
COVID tax ayaji any COVID ehun sensem yina no. 17 million resource access. 5.8 million stadium.
Yeah, they might confused.
Exactly.
Medical is 750.
On your wanted.
Medical is 750 million.
Where you oral document or medical man John Dramani Mahama.
Obetumi de amaye.
Obetumi de
where the oral for
any call John Dramani Mahama.
All right. And see, you have a copy.
Yes.
Okay, so officially yes, you have a copy wa ha.
Exactly.
Ora, niam mo de call ya fe de ba be ka ho sabi na ade amamo.
Sure.
Na fe mo atete niam bi ase e wo ha do mo say.
Sure.
Na omo de ka de omo mandate by now so corruption index e wo ha do mo say. Wo corrupt mame fa mbraha. Corruption index e wo ha do mo say. A je say ora for Samuel Okujeto Blakwa o ka kire nanado say ogina form house simra form. Na ne nkofo ni bia Ghana krono eno wo ha no say corruption scandal. Then number 2 so ha no say so niam ni na mako e na orafo de akonti nyame yadom wo kina yeso ba as usual
25 billion banking sector cleanup.
Banking sector cleanup.
Ada na 9 million SCC am Ghana for anya adwuma ye no ye the 25 billion aguno
Kerefori atagina finfin wa hye no white kama pa
we
enti oh, yeah, the money the baby wa ha.
Enti we special prosecutor 2024 December.
Okay.
We and all the Ghana for you now say omo adwuma omo aye. Any omo hwehwe mo omo aye no. Why is your chu tum? Why would di boni? We ewo any.
I see.
Ni na ni.
Ba ku bi wa ha me wo interest wo. Ba cho capture we mame me wo interest for this very particular one. Na o say 80 million illegal printing of money by Bank of Ghana. Is it 80 billion? Yes, 80 billion Ghana cedis. Illegal printing of. In this that's don't printing away.
Ghana.
And equal my best.
And no near baby bisano.
Okay.
And no one say never baby bisano. Sikan efa him. One instruct you since when any started a printing Sika Ghana about obi any. It's ye how ye ka yamani hu inano. This is it. And see, Mo be en jam baby.
But come so I say 12 million a Japan pay off.
Exactly.
Hey. Quite all ko wedim ko kasa.
PDS en e hwem no. Elunti me sragana for. Mo be en mo hu. Ye how ina no. E yes say ye dey ban and I say ye dey kokomoti no. Apia omo afri ho because omo no omo hayen. Now John Dramani Mahama mandate okachi obi say ora ye kwa campaign ye catch Ghana for say we will make sure say they bring all that money. Ye hwehwe say and yes obe fugitive no. You should come to Ghana.
Na me
yes, contract I sign Ghana Sika ye dey shame as partners. Any
hey
Ghana Sika Ghana any Sika ko shame as partners. Hey. This is it. Hey. $2 million.
Skytrain na man.
$2 million.
Ya sign whole contract.
Obi edi scano $2 million.
Quite all the kasa.
$2 million. Obi edi scano amaso yada you gala for you refi anke enko da enna me say sa obi say adena friend say Richard Jakpa e dey ekọ ho e dey come ha ye be say movie near babe no and start here.
Oh, now why this is the other
movie no me say movie na babe here no and see in the next 4 years the movie that will be directed by John Dramani Mahama movie e di yen punto ebeba some movie no mu an hwe we afa near babe say so was Nigeria movie no home and a Ghana movie we be say chewa part 2 part 3 no we be say
part 9
exactly. The part 1 only say you go ready them no and no na Ghana focus no omunya botre omuhu bibia masa na say ECG omu containers e port 2,500 containers aka port Ghana e boka 1.5 billion
electricity company of Ghana.
Yes omakra containers am aka port na onim enye won wa so mama na aka port onim bi entia esida abra ECG na aka sa no omakra container worth $500 million. Na omo de ba port no omo ankoyi ye de na si omo ankoyi ana omo ja no ho onim de si ye omo osin sa container no omo osin container no 100,000 Ghana cedis container which is worth $500,000 omo osin container no at 100,000 Ghana cedis. Na dey ya e won kra time any say uni do ye Ghana ni private man na okoto container no 100,000 Ghana cedis no wa ye container no report no and wa sa koton ama ECG at $300,000.
How
container no e worth $500,000 o makra e di aba o man yi e port into a car port and a do auction and I buy auction container. I
see.
I buy auction container. The more it can.
I see.
Now I buy auction container or I buy auction 100,000 Ghana cedis.
Wow.
I did worth $500,000. No, I buy an auction 100,000 Ghana.
That's 100,000 like I used to for me to get your
money. So businessman or toy no $100,000 no year no. Or no year or kotoma buying ECG no worth $300,000. Me say, can of right idea no? I just welcome your address. Never see Ghana in the next 4 years. No, Mo bien dane o, mo bien dane. John Dramani Mahama, boss. Time Jerry John Rollins every ho Kufo ebaim. Kufo or investigate JJ Rollins.
Yeah, sure.
Or why no, he didn't criminalize any investigation on him or investigating
Yeah, no. They enjoy that immunity.
Yeah, for every honor. First Atamas by no. Atamas investigating no. There be. Nanado no. The first person or investigating no. Oh God, John Dramani Mahama.
Yeah, sure.
Anka imagine say John Mahama bon anka by na Angelino ye. Me say.
Bakana ye refi ni ma pa o.
Nanado. Onya botre. John Dramani Mahama 8 years no Ghana ha Nanado onka Ghana ha ye friend bia omra ora for friend na omra IGP friend na omra national security friend na omra mo bia nya no fi Ghana ha wow who bon every single deal be a special prosecutor any diaba aban sika yes the am special prosecutor na M1 kwani say na do na enere appointed special prosecutor ne hu dwumadie ne hu ahonye everybody Charles Bisu edin wo ha nti say me bodi na oti odi a o dey present me bodi na oti a present me nwane wo gada ha ya special prosecutor oh the ba hello e pa cho ehini
we electricity company of Ghana
o ma se mo ha ni ha me ba se ato ha and to ha me da se electricity company of Ghana present o mo Ghana ha ya
I see
ye ba ji sika government of Ghana payroll administration
yes
na say so to say yiba e fa say national service
e wo ha me hu no ha
say ohun ye
me hu no ha
ghost name of 81,000 ghost name nipa baako nem ya say nipa baako ya should have created it 226 times
with the same index
number out in the same class into more class and omo ho nipa baako and ya say that born one class na UDS no nipa baako ni ya created Ghana ban ya de na do ya de o created class ama nipa baako ama ye tua ne ka 226 times. Now I'm for mommy, about for papa. At the bond. Oma yomus just the sika asem say anka. Bosumi bi abanye de entu amoka. Na wo de usa bom. Now abba. E dey boni ni e dey ayew. What have we done? Get off fire there. Me say this election e call it wrong. Na more than revolution. Me say mama me hu I say Pharaoh. Ma me hu Nebuchadnezzar ba me be hu nanado me be hu nanado ye be hu nanado na ye just a story
what the name compare why
story
nanado which means
story a throw of Pharaoh hu no any story a throw far Nebuchadnezzar no ho enu de nanado di Ghana for nanado di Ghana for enu ba kokura nanado and there was a time I heard Bible now. Nebuchadnezzar Pro Max.
Hey, you're crazy.
No be a no answer for see was scamming. One thing, I'm not pastor cry. You see the word scam. Was scam on yame. Was scam on no answer for. Was scam Ghana for. Ever scam on no MPs. This is the kind of Ghana we are in. Another permission. Sorry, John Dramani Mahama. Yeda was say. I said that and yedi be mau. Say what videos is out to okuso etua ye ma memo omu
bondholders
what we tua omu ka ha this is John Dramani Mahama nyankwada wait any yehwehwe Ghana ha this is what we mix in governance when you have about when you have about when you say how now so enam say minim say me man for nti me tuaka hena blackson obi a American odi nisika abeshe Ghana abia school amanko akọ free edi sika ko share say eba bia na de tua light bill eba bia na de tua teachers for car nti anya dia as a businessman on for sika and share because I have built a school and it is free and what will run the school is the bond and the interest I will be getting nti abaye this sika we fire juma na busumi so a kaka de mama me no eno na me be tua teachers for na omu ye adwuma o school a me si free no a omu ko hu free no o me tua omu ka na ba o de usa bom ama papa we esu say on be invest wo Ghana have bim what do you want the outside people or investors to see to like omu ka say yes Ghana yen ko invest wo Ghana ene hu de otro the moment o hu say John Dramani Mahama etua bondholders the people say when you gidi Ghana mu ene de o ye NDC ne mepacho NDC na o ye no ye mpew Ghana first o ye Ghana ni ti Ghana ni o ye MPP ni o ye CPP ni o bond for no mepacho John Dramani Mahama etua no o tua NDC bondholders ana o tua MPP bondholders o tua Ghana for dey na that is why I always say so ye babum ana o ye mama ye papa mo ti ho ye ka NDC asema enye say ye ka obi obebo oman Ghana o ye ka obi ope oman Ghana mpuntuo because when you are in NDC, you have the heart for Ghana. Me say, we air caution. Emma Onua John Dramani Muhammad. And yet GDA or Musa or Mulidi Ghana in the next 4 years. We don't want to see that rot and corruption that we are fed up on. Ye perceive who's a man 4 years then. And you need here. Ah, Omuti say yes, say me Ghana ni dollar rate and could do 20 cedis. Yaminti bafom chicken. A Ghana yedi. Who near my name and a baba form. Teacher for about the audio Musa Bastion Musa can say, when any on my sum. Yes, this Ghana Yanya going you. We are not joking. Resetting Ghana no. Me say it has come at the right time. This is the time we will reset Ghana.
I see.
This is the time we will reflect.
Yeah, would say why?
No. A cow to do a cow abo. Now check Ghana near all house and all different side in your bogu over in film. Nama for refiana. Ya Ghana how? Me say me say that say ko internet. I go share in confirm. Ya say Rambo star no etiomu. Number 1, Chachukita Chichikata Okaino.
Yeah, okay, Chachukata.
Kwame Prepare Okaino.
Yeah.
Abu Dhabi Okaino. Victor Solomon Okaino.
Hey, oh.
Me say Ghana oh, where part 1 no? You do part 7.
Mate, what then you
say? Part 1, you do part 7. They should relax. Look, we will govern Ghana with decorum. Like, you better make sure say, and Niama e wo emra mu no, and you be adwuma. Ya enfa entra emra. But Ghanaians will live good. We will make sure in the next 120 days, any Ghana for contract, I say, and the actual SRTM signal say, this is how we want Ghana to be.
Okay. So in the oral book and NASA documents of what they call His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, oral book in one of them, away New Testament. Nyami Adamu watching the Old Testament in Becca home. Captured almost 85 million Ghana cedis stadium renovation, i.e., a Sipon Sports Stadium, Temali Sports Stadium, and Accra Sports Stadium. So 3 stadia winning now 85 million Ghana cedis. But you know what takrade ede sekede mu kohwe se Sipon no ye wi a takrade the that sekede mu twa na mu fansende ye se mo wi a Temali de no that is Ali Mahama Sports Stadium. Mo check my se mo wi a Accra Sports Stadium there ebe no ha ye na ebe ko ho no mo na minim ne nti Ivan ayedi Ivan asa ne asema ye kan wonte
sab metie mo
edus ye ni nkomo
Jabi the kai ma mencha na mencha watie for
before so beto aso no ne o nyame na oba bebo na no wa fiji ma ba Thank you.
Jabi, I'm sure what's here for Namenkase. Adiaba Kwana lead the conversation up to the election has to do with accountability. Because upon this particular platform, I remember the number of times I recount to issues of corruption plaguing this country. Book in figures here, market Kenya, no, give you a graphic, your friend saying understanding of Niama si Okroma say I am very horrific. Because of that, or minor, I lose a huge sums of money. So after elections, you know, Adia Ghana Nibia Tiabontia or shame say, what is next? Is it going to be business as usual? And I buy the no kakeke. And I think so all her signs now cause now clearly there is this slight demonstration that government is really committed to doing something about the situation. And no, and Ghana for shame. The last week, you share what ensued between the special prosecutor, Kendo Foriata, and other people, and the Akoso Ewokroma saying. But Adeba Kwa Ghana form for one cohort, they are looking at Kendo Foriata, or two crime, or Kosiki Care, our Bontin, special prosecutor, Air Channel, were declared a fugitive. So the conversation, you know, there are other key issues that are quite black, people are not looking at. And that is the side I want to hit on this morning before I will look at the figures. JB.
Yes, sir.
Makachiro said, on my yeti, politics, leadership, governance, I take a joke 10. Yem put two serious people at leadership position. And it's the reason why Nema I see in the past, I see Ewo Kroma saying. Ken Ofori in question was a finance minister in Ghana for 7 good years. MPP for at some point in time were fed up.
Yeah, sure.
Ebisa answer buying too, but said Osikano, Nebuchadnezzar in nature, or an agency on the onion free. So this guy, as a finance minister, messed up the economy of this country.
I address him accordingly. Ken Ofori, he's not a guy.
Now I'll be a guy. A man. No, it's just for the sake of conversation. This is an informal conversation. There'll be a better day, I can say. So the guy was a finance minister for 7 good years in this country. And on the supervising man near my course, Sabi Ankwasi, Abosia Ghana boy, and he was the person behind it. Mekachura say, Ofa Ken Ofori the Nisi Krum now they are abiding the Chibizan say, Ken, Obo Bosia, Chenyan Sadia, what the year, one share what I am Tia Babuna Kuno, cause all Yanyan Sadia Bakokran Canchero. Omoye, Domoye, and Merwana and Kokrafosika, and ordinance are told to say. Yet the air bomb mine ho ban JB Abraham John Mahama airco in 2016.
Yeah,
he built a hospital at Kumasi, a Ofori hospital, a medical village.
Yeah,
our recreation, every single thing you expect to see in a modern hospital, you find it there.
500 bed capacity.
Good, Kumasi.
Yeah, sure.
For 8 good years, that hospital was left to rot.
Now you're 93% completion as at 2016.
Yes. Me know the Captain Smart Betina program was my Deputy Minister of Health, Freka, said the following month that hospital was going to function.
Yeah, that's
till date, Ofori hospital, no, I say, this joker left this country and he has the effrontery to tell me now, say, or no, call America, I could see care. You see, America just said we put jokers in power. Because this guy, any sense of shame, the last thing he will do is to tell us, or kosiki care in America. And hospital now see, no, a Mayo Clinic. So, who a field of medicine, Mayo Clinic come to your mind, and you know, say it is one of the most expensive and the best medical facilities in America.
I see.
A lot of medical research, of course, in recent times, now most of them is being done through their faculties. Then I say for Mayo Clinic is one of the best facilities you can find in the world. This joker, after toying and messing with Ghana, na Ghana tetia pansam no, or not minya kukodro, a sorokse or ko Mayo Clinic akosi kike. Onya kwenya busia no boy no. Na some of us were here advocating say yam fine investing in your healthcare system. Kroma say the guy insisted say or kwa akosi cathedral. Emma yasuma asofo asabi ebinum so say wonhu de wo mutim esore call Israel so mo kofa bo aba kroma as a nipa dwe te say nkra. And the president justification is say yakona yekosi cathedral na God will help us to avert civil war. Now nkra adwen we say adwen we and edibu man. How can that country progress? The president no thinking say yesi cathedral we are calamity be a civil war be na okoko d'Ivoire Yamoussoukro. The biggest cathedral was built by a president.
Yeah.
2016 2013 war no see here no omu dwane te say be ankane. The cathedral couldn't save them. Sikana yedi besi hospital wa hase no jebi ye tam de kotu amena ukọ amena no ma entwere ne ye fa ne say double ene di agro. They couldn't even build that particular thing. After messing up with this health facility and health infrastructure, nurses and doctors or Moria school, no, they are still at home. Nurses or Moria school 2020, they are still at home. Because facilities anywhere you supposed to be their home. Because as so for Ken Ofori and the government then were telling us, instead of investing in hospitals and other healthcare infrastructures, they all young to us or the Sikano Kosi Cathedral. And then Asama bana kronoa bana brabeyi wanoa. That joker has the effrontery to write to the special prosecutor say, oh, me wa clinic me kosi kike na me kra no me nim da me bana se me wia. That tells you say, o man nankasa na yenye serious. And I'm saying say Ken Ofori either dead or alive, the guy must be brought into this country. Either dead or alive. The guy must be brought back to this country and answer for what he has done.
Na say Ofori Mudia na Samasa.
Oh, that and you see, Mese Babi and Mradu no, we need to establish a friend a conventional deterrence. And I will have what happened in Germany. The Nuremberg trials. Nipana Adolf Hitler do mudin se munu no. Do not know ko Argentina. Israel for actually kochichi birum do mo kokosho mo ne yoku mo. E dodo na wuye. But the Nuremberg trial, no F-trial people in absentia.
Yeah, sure.
Even after their death, no, they were convicted. And the house, even though this person was not tried in person, they were tried in absentia and they were convicted even after their death. And the you can still be convicted because the crimes these people have committed, no, JB, say yentimi anya mana nyansa na hobia, abanya asase, it will end up the same way. That was why the last time I catch us a man for your position and who ye G and farm fair because him so messy up, no consequence be that. But we need to change that narrative. My man for who say, oh messy up, even though your government, the consequences are there for you to face. And it's the reason why this particular Kendoforata matter, and not just Kendoforata, several other crimes we need to recover these monies. Because governance is not an avenue where people come, amass wealth to themselves, and then they take care of themselves. And the vast majority who invested their time, energy, and everything into that government, become poor. And in the end of the day, about a cycle. Whereby we are not, whereby we are not, whereby we are not. The impunto you expect, you don't see it. And there is something I told you on this platform. Maybe we will have it.
Okay, masters, bass or bro for those.
No. Me catch all this particular platform say we were being ruled by a cartel of unintelligent criminals. That word is okay. Good. What will national service scandal now?
Yes, sure.
What will say? How the whole deal was cooked? That you could see these are nipo munim nyansa and no cookie that particular deal. Akromfo bunim nyansa because national security and national service scandal no akora say bi obi a onim nyansa bia akora no behu say ade na e cookie no enya ade nyansa wom ojebi. How do you explain say wo ye your friends are fraud now after one person one Abubakar something then you slot in his name 226 times you are paying the person from the same database nyansa ni be na be yes ade we again. So uko details into some of the names from that there is this Alaji something oil national service within 92 years. I'm telling you error. No, it's not error, it's part of the database. Now when nipa within 92 years oil national service. I'm telling you that these are a bunch of unintelligent criminals. Because Abayinuna Onim Nyansantino imported these people to come to government, and when you bring idiots into government, they will collect to their idiocy best.
I see. Can you hear?
They say these are criminals. I would do about Abayinuna more that opportunity now. Now say, "Sabi omotinche no mu din semu no me wura Abayinuma. Nsemu no be double because this time no, they have faculty, they have resources, they have everything, they even have power to do whatever they are doing."
I see.
And unti na nipa ote national service secretary betimi afọ obi a wadi 92 years. Din ya say so na sha.
Kenya ni bi kura ka ho.
Yes, omoko internet and omo ye photo shopping. Enti ofa Kenya ni nanim na wa man Ghana din. Na nyansa ni because memeti yes amekasa me ye fraud da ubewu akwa aba ma wona na aba you will never find out.
I see.
Oh yes. Because if you are smart, that is what you do.
Okay, so bokro
oh, no, bokro you can never uncheme. That's what I'm telling you. But these people, because they are not smart, and you know, no, I don't know because I know that criminals are very intelligent people.
Yeah.
Because I will call medicine.
Oh yeah, criminal na say chewa no wajimi.
Exactly. Because your friend is saying your friend say medicine or moye. A man for a medicine at the beside there. There are other people who are also investing in other side called pseudo medicine. Do you know what they do? Medicine, no, your friend say you deal with pathology. They almost create sad near For instance, there is this crime syndicate I say omonam ye free medical care for a man for no monam no more surgery. Go to your friend saying there is this country called your friend saying Mecca omo medical mercenaries. What they do is a omoba facility now. They were rendering free your friends surgery for people. Not to know in Zasana omo organ harvesting syndicate. Ye biya uyama when you want to try kidney back. Operation omo free no. But omonti later alarm no bro ya no. Na just say obi a go through that surgery ni bia o kidney ba kwan yira na na o kidney si atwa kidney ni etu ba ko be ya adwuma until say bibi besi no hwan na obeda asara ko clinic say me ko say me kidney wo ha why did that nti say atwa o yentwa yo wini so omoni ba omo so no na this organ harvesting way no aye big business around the world. These are criminals. It took ages for that particular thing to be discovered. That is what intelligent criminals, when they operate, that is how they operate. In America, some of the recent cases, crimes were committed in the 30s until recently.
In the 30s?
Yes. Until recently, and Omutimi identify some of the culprits. Try a modern as a phone. But these are people, and I'm so crime no crime committed, they don't even know how to do it. And you're 92-year-old because 92-year-old or national service is a red flag.
I see.
Pictures no more far from internet. Google no more they changing Ghana. The very moment Kenya knew who Kenya anymore, obviously it will give you out. But I know so these are some of the things that they did. And JB, the side of it is
and even with even with national service, the moment I'll be D40 and above, won't be near national service.
I mean, so as an ordinary person, now or into what has happened, you have that slight inclination that after 40 years of crowd so I ever say in a national service secretary, we go for be 92, din their shame. I just don't find any answer.
Maybe I know 29.
David, so I so as government institution that my na say on your national service I am foul. The empire say that on your opportunity, until omuka se kokoye answer na ya foul.
No, that's it. You also know, say 90 years, you are above any government work because retirement is 60. So there is no justification.
Now, point in here, no, what so or your corpora.
No, sir, can't the normal routine processes either. 92 years, baba can be a private work, government work, you don't qualify.
So according to ORA, Mamika, we quick one about the national category. Right. According to ORA, I would say US dollars 4.5 billion national service payroll scam. Investigative by reveals that the inclusion of 200,000 fictitious names, commonly referred to as ghost names, on the National Service Secretariat's payroll between 2020 to 2024. Consequently, the fraudulent activity is estimated to have caused financial loss amounting to approximately 68.46 billion Ghana cedis. That is around 4.5 billion US dollars. If calculated based on monthly allowance of 715 Ghana cedis per ghost names over 48 months.
And what you say? Ghost names, And you know, some of the ghosts are Ghana card.
I also need fingerprints.
Yes, but deliberately, almost created Ghana card for them, and they created fake university IDs for them.
I see.
And you call UCC. Every university be or kind of generate or more your friend is saying student ID using the year and maybe course depending on which university. These people generated fake university IDs. They inserted these things in the database. Student or call UCC as for Obia who not doing a faker, obviously it will give you out. So be aware smart or commit a crime, you could see clearly these things are never ever give you out. And I am telling you the quality of personnel are very often in the name of dirty politics. Yes, so would be so if the person the sense of thinking is very inferior, na obetimi adwen to this level, na would nipa we ba aban mu. Question will be say improvement be no dey ba aban na apart from so bebokro no. And that is the problem that we have created. So JB, I think crimes like this, can never go unpunished. We need to set a stage. Yebetimi ayesa nema we nyina different the man for who said who your mind sika in the first place the money will have to be recovered. Yagye we no na sentence bia o hobia na se nipa no face bia no you face it. We don't do this thing because we want to punish people. Now mom say yebetimi aye as a deterrent. Other people will not do it.
Yeah, sure.
Potential people in government will be criminals who will also be deterred. Say nipa we ya dey we consequences in there. How can we do these things? And one thing I make person saying can one say, what na say bisa who say, Argentina state institution in executing their functions, back 40 meeting adwum no national service scandal way according for the last 8 years old.
But where period where from 2020 to 2024. So a 4-year period.
No.
Yes, I know.
Yes.
So they've been in government for 8 years.
Yes.
But according to this report,
yes.
within a 4-year period.
Yeah, I'm not even looking at the oral report. I'm talking about the events for state investigation. Year 2017
Yes.
So what besides say any institutional weakness and a systemic weakness and a year we ever and send about for one office. Abokrono for 8 good years.
Oh, but first one, Mustafa, no, is it former sportsman is a former sportsman?
Yes.
Yes, on an NSS boss. And so says to be ever.
No, me say, everyone is saying, and that rot no akoso for that long stretch of time.
Sure.
Now, no institutional mechanism be or yet me identify these things. There should be a system in place. I bet me a boy, I'm yet me recover, yet me monitor some of these things. They don't happen. It's the reason why I always have issue with the Auditor General's report. Yet Tanasa Macron no coso admonum wie. Now for Yakofo buku kakra ni asesa ni nyina gumu kan kura unwie. Auditor General report all the afekra untumi kan wie. And so what mechanisms and you put in place at the institutional level no we deal with the corruption as it happens. There are structures in place just to ensure say we prevent the crimes instead of say we na yabaye hu dede ababaye we. These are weaknesses going forward no. We also need to look at and address them. And yes sir, there be a best yaba radio so ni TV so discussing scandals abra and very often sikana be kom no we don't even recover. Nasika no kwakwa. For national service for 8 good years. Oh, be betima tena ho asesa ghost names dia shem sa aye no. Aye culture da ho to them they feel free to do. I think that this institutional weakness now aye embedded in our governance system no. As you finding a way to address them. And yes, how we will never move forward. I'm making sure that things like this, no, the punishment will be so severe and will be so consequential to the stand say what when enye wakono say ade friend krono obekwa bobi. We need to send a message to people say aban sika frito from krana unya hu ni wura say uja na hoko ana ofa de kokoja. That is the culture that we need to establish in this country, and it's what I'm expecting President Mahama say going forward, you know. Obeye sa na man ya institute those things because the only difference between any people elsewhere in the Western world, emo succeed yen succeed indiscipline, the culture of indiscipline everywhere in our governance system.
That's true.
Baby and the panel will be and they try to create a lean way, either to steal, either to the obey but abrochire those systems are there to check people. You understand? But I can't say nipai. We cover Pope be president one checking of a bokro. And you know those incentives and opportunities and many no. We need to take it away and by making man know say there are consequences for our actions. But we live in a country where you do anything and you get away with it. And these are some of the things you wake up to. It's the reason why these people were bold enough to sit at the National Assembly Secretariat. Did what they did. Kanoforata Nemana or Yen, you know, the Omani Sikadi and said, boom, with that parliamentary approval. Yes, I am away. He knew. Jebi, again, Parliament, one of the institutions that are failing Ghana overwhelmingly.
I see. Which of the parliaments? Is the 7th or the 8th parliament?
Let me use parliament. And way specifically, I'm talking about the parliament in April. Is it the 8th parliament? Yes. Because we figures in the national service for providing, they were sending these figures to parliament.
Yeah.
Parliament has an oversight responsibility. Institution na national service kano. The Auditor General, they all have oversight responsibility. And are they telling us, yeah, the listener, but they don't do any background check? No one said the year. Is that what they are telling us? So, what is the oversight responsibility of this state institution? Because Parliament, there is a reason why Mrama Hong say some of these lists, you go through, you do your own background checks, you do to verify whether these numbers are correct, whether they are consistent. Numbers now you deploy, how many people actually went to the ground. There is a reason why Mranoma Hong say such numbers must be submitted to Parliament. So Ubisa won't say, Sanyama wait because 8 years. Now Parliament oversight, we no anti-yan kache. Now obedient until fourth state investigation and send all drama for attention. Clearly, there is massive institutional weakness that must be addressed in this country. You understand? So, in some no, corruption, there are fundamental weaknesses locked to the heart of our governance system.
I see.
That we need to sit down as people. Now you're making sure say you address it by Croman and Semsia. We look at the individuals involved. We look at the political parties they are coming from. So we politicize the whole issue and we forget about the fundamental leakages underpinning institutions. As a address, so I know the day. You go after the people, the institutional weaknesses are that will come back, and other people will come and create it. Because national security, national service scandal, Mekasa President Mahama, Emma Nkufo-Binim Tuyasika in 2016. So it means the fundamental problem at the time, no. Nothing a payroll fraud,
yeah, sure.
We couldn't address it at the time. But that was the time for us to look at these things. Now you're slotting in. Now you're making sure say you cave in. So I think they're going forward, you know. We really need to get serious in this country and make sure say we punish crimes.
All right.
And yes, sir, we will lose this country, our essence and everything that we stand for.
That's it.
Oh, Mami can be my brother. Oh, okay.
I think
the big brother
okay, man, quick one. I want to say, share this document. Ghanaian American comedian.
He was the one and out.
Oh, okay. Then go ahead. All right.
Okay, my brother, assistant pa, na Emma Refi. My brother, Refi, Yanko Kaino. You free about 2016. Onua Oba be no kind. We do help John Mama. Obi J who said, or per se, what that's $1 million. Then a John Mama here.
Victoria Hammer.
Yes, and then a John Mama here. Yes. I know Chester Sally Pacona, I can't answer. Mammy Maui and Patroni.
No, a preview to Ghanaians.
No, even aside that, let your camera capture this. You see, this time around, no. Nyaminti technology aba ama nkofobia na omo se omo na mako school bebe na omo di brofo ehu ya name ti se obi minister bia nyame adom na wanya minister dia owi a onko edi ntina se ono no omo te brofo na le brofo no uti brofo a ene je se wo nyansa wo Ghana
what's na okay
Fatima Samson yema oba you say we respect women. We give them acknowledge. I mean, person make our but say so war about to be anu ka say o ni motor brofo. Na brofo e did here. Brofo na di light bulb. Brofo e na fa trotro. Enya brofo samo. Men fa brofo e me wian. Ye di atwi e na Hausa no e be boa Ghana. We don't need English. She omo mo ti brofo omo share white omo kura e face suitcase no. E ko ro mo Ghana. Brofo ni edibo na me brother I can say omuko parliament house omo te brofo omo parliament house sa na ma fu yi e ba mu he na do ho onna ne nyame ase say John Mahama enye na adu say oba no so nka me kase na say John ya ti krom ha na free education na do e ka che say nipa 5.7 million na oba benefit from free education former education minister. I say a typo and I said it was a mistake. How come boss calculate a year? No, calculate a year. Money you have 5.7 million. Now we take 3.5 million free more. Unya say 80% inflated. The inflated free education 80%. Calculate 80% of 9.9 billion. Sika since 2017 till now, MPP are buying spending our free education and allow the chair of parliament no. And say, I'm spending 9.9 billion our free education.
Yeah, and that JB.
Yes, sir.
I think President Mahama buy since he took office.
Is it a second coming?
No, second coming. Okay. I think the legacy decision that he's taken to me the biggest one. I am very impactful, the biggest, and I am expecting Quebec getting a lot of traction within the media. The decision to pay bondholders.
Yes, I mean
is the biggest decision that he's taken so far. Because winning this DDEP, in the first place, the buyer the same and the same kind of boy. I open the burden on Ghanaians, and they had the opportunity, said they could pay. but because of omunim de omo yenti omo so a ne mari nyina de begu Ghana for console Emma Market Blanks ya wo kana say me be invest $1.2 million in this country hoping say or the outcome no dividend no be taking care of the school. At some point in time he said according to him they were demanding 10% cuts in bribes and sana. And almost the President Mahama taking that decision also or joining the NDC. So it's about policy choices and policy decisions that he's taken. And to me, I think that is the best decision so far that he's taken. I ever bringing relief to people. Many people above 60 years, 70 years are their retirements being at the hospital. I know the ordeals people go through when they are at that age. You need to buy your drugs, medication, then as a form. And this uncle for no, first as you can through on table so a death sentence no pass their mom. What I say. So I think there is something that we need to look at. Now you celebrate for that now going forward and the akano yen share na yen deal na yen kamwasem sebeya in the future no. Similar things of this nature no em happen here aban bi mba nkonkobo ne nkwase abosen ya ekodi ni nsemu no na ehun sunsanso no em method ordinary Ghanaian so
nya botremai yes say me dey ni titi ani say practically afeni aba ye twa 1 month ni Ivan Kyei 1 month ni aban subaya odi abani o in 1 month John Mahama abani say officials bia o tu kwan no don't go with what business class or first class. No, wabane. But your money. John Dramani Mahama. I'm making sure say.
So what are they going for?
Saying, oh, the normal one. And umpo. So kwa director chief of staff, Mr. Debra say, obi a otu kwambiano on funding office and on scrutinizing who say. According to na otu no. And who go for so magana na. Say I'm for so cancelled.
I see.
So he is trying to let you understand say discipline number 1 call. Say any Oriba Kodia, he will be one of the best presidents ever.
I want to be na so man for so. Can Ofori to work 2 questions for san ho yare. So be ban for so.
Oh, unti ha na me bra kan. Ajala 111 hospital stay CCB. I don't move for no call. I gonna see can dey say Ajala 111. Move for no call Ajala 111.
Who be Sammy and Akashi?
I come for akoko na nko Ajala 111. Omo for no mu nko Ajala 111. Ho kwa na dey the court no ho na Ajala 111 say na court no ba.
You see nema akoso yi mete say yes MPP for a press conference defending Ofori when the person in question cry and you're ready, and that is the part of your politics. Sometimes what in China a man time who said there are a lot of jokers on the political stage because Ofori and one mess up no issues now at hand no cry no on buy no rabbit and to take it with our press conference and defending there no would defend it.
Oh sir your markings after Dana this discussion calls for parliament no obeka so ne Ken have a long conversations and I know what she said why disappointed about the way Omoko ni fee blah blah blah. So I'm sure they have enough information that they can give it to Yenya.
No.
Okay. Me pacho. Only pacho for oral book mami. Me pacho. Yeah, the bakola ye call fee na ye kan wa sem. Ghana for so mu refia mu hwe. Sika we en wodi o. So o ko sa ibako we fie. O kwa o de kokoko na eko. Kokoko we. Liba we.
No, but it's not been established.
You see,
no,
what established you need again?
No, so would you say give me
99 MPs of the MPP.
No.
What that one?
Of course.
The first time minister Omatro said, what evidence do you want again?
Sakara Jabutro. You can only pronounce somebody to be a thief or as a thief after set courts are convicted.
Am I the one who said he's a fugitive?
No, and the special prosecutor.
Special prosecutor. I said, "Me no what say." And then so see happen here be arrested near Berlin. Ala me boa. Me patrol ti arrest to Berlin.
Yeah, sure. And
I'm for court. You see court here jumo 60 80 90 8 years. How mo di no court o. Court e be here juma.
Oh where dey?
80 60 40 e be here juma. E be fo pem ni ye. Sisi ya da pa pemu sisi ya da pa na pemu Ofori ata fa me bom e be bo
and then na pick it
apiki bra ya bra e Ghana ha yina ye nkofo we ya Ghana ye osika kejo mu hana
na se meti se wo so ko kenofrata fi omu ko jeska
o de omu fa national security for emfa details mi ye trend details
because I am told so
any sika bi omunya bi omu kan twen say sika no eno ne de atua event say bond holders no ye di tu omu ka we have the money here. We have the money here. Available opportunity here. Hard fair. Now say just one meeting, just one meeting. One meeting home for so 13,000 Ghana cedis. Emma Ghana Nibia. Alhamdulillah.
How?
Inshallah. You have 75,000 last year, and this year you expect to say I can go forward next year. This year come about 80,000, 90,000. But about 2 or 2, Ghana near Utemi or Shemi. About 2 or 2 years. Nikekeno asevu muslimi ni akobo mpaya magana no asevu ni 13,000 Ghana cedis because from 75,000 yateso about 63,000
yeah
and no say wasevu Ghana ni 13,000 Ghana cedis enu nko kekeno alhamdulillah ye waban bi ono aba obi to me say size can on tua because enye ne nkofo o tua opepa odo awo magana ni and idea then it means say all the opportunities so the ministers abu 60 or 60 adentia Ghana for this. This is the any time your budget any life any you.
I see.
A time who said Ghana for or move sell free or move brand. This is the time to show them say who crowd ya to abama no so
I see.
And that time, they live lavish. Now, Mr. Bibra, because I we press conference, or we press conference, a democracy. But press conference, Netino, wow, can be a picture, and another part of say, over video, be a kind of very out there about Mutunium. Sankofono, you hear me?
Ah, now the way.
Wow, video no be a now to you, no can be. Ah, Obibodia. Wow, farm akokono. Wow, ti say akokono su po no.
E dey pendua.
Wow, who say akokono kra su. Ah, wa aka no. O ka ho. Wow, ye nu aduane no. Ah, ye beche o chance na o sort e wo ho kra de ka ho kra o ka ho.
Enti omo no mo to nyum wo kenofrata
omo ye ka bro no ho. Ye nje obi o. This is a fact. Now I want to understand say your mama akani pay. So enya afa ni e be yo. Wo na ba mu mpo. Ah, obedwe ho se obeye sa nyama full way akofo way aye no ye do obeka ho be ready and no na presenters no na mo boy tire na you say yes ya ba say ye be ye Ghana ye enya say ye be say Ghana. This is the mindset of the current administration.
I see.
Oma obi ehun say yes Ghana is now reset and we are ready to work. Ye kono ye nyina ye nkommom wo a wo say jomama kura atia bohun dawro. What was the appointees the Biacha Bohundo Ghana first?
All right. You have about 7 more minutes. Meaning, if you are back at Council of State at Baton 4 p.m. President Esromo in Jubilee House.
Oh, Sir JB, the Ebeka Kanwi. I think Ashanti region and
Ashanti region, I think.
And I'm Slim Hobby.
Yeah, Northeast.
Northeast Honum. And I can't on so much so many. That's good. Yeah. So far, and no pen na ye major we say ya but then send central region young guy 30 something years 32 years. I'm say winning Council of State election we had for but I said at his age I put to Ben or what they man penino and no JB hono and then we as fine so we share in share ya na ye di yisa nkrofo no o hwe ye imra ne mu a omo ma ye adwuma bobra I mean former IGPs this nkrofo no nyana but then ye won kwala so asebe enne wiase obi ti say Ivan me dey we example keke nti me fa ne person Ivan ti hoyi obetna ye in platform so a hwe se ni osikasa hwe se ni osi building a point e kasa nipa say so kwako gina bi say kwako to ampanifo a dey na kire so ntimi ntufo no.
You were 70-year-old boy and a 15-year-old man. That is literally what you're saying.
No, me teacher say you penny a wejimi. And you walk akwa one answer. Simple. That is the best.
I ever meet you.
Your opinion, waiting. Our boo man or say of mine. And a walk around or build your man or my age. Yes, you know how many years. I bring you as a phone.
I'm saying, 12-10. And I'm
saying, and one. Yes, a four abba. Your mama, Koran. They are young. First, no, GBC. See, all the TV stations. Let us bring the youth on board. How would me share a crabby? As some of the canoe, yes, a woman. What to be will pay you be there, but one funny answer. See, this time around, Ghana is full. Is a fool at the right time, or else he would think, say, or in Yansani, and I'm the coach. Catch Jimmy phone so with Jimmy at the time, oh Jimmy, no, and yes, somebody say, or in Yansani, or Jimmy, simple. I can't because I come out there, no, I at if you know, and yet politics and this MPPO, and your mind, I'm off for bono, or my bomb,
Mammy say,
Ivan.
Yeah, I think that so here Council of State. By design or here constitution adwuma mo yɛ so go to a bind for and makase advising somebody once it's not binding very often make it very difficult to know what exactly that person is doing and the last 8 years so here kwan Council of State afaso conducting whole krom ha respect and Ghana for the that very institution no about from a lot of people were calling this a useless institution and people should just trash it because na Ghana for who the some password. Because we got to a point some of the decisions that the president was taking were infantile. And the question is why not O2 president for money taking and decisions.
And binim say now can
yeah, aduma na wo ye no anya tu ho acha aduma. National defense Council of State yetiaka ya maw your friends a diplomatic passport to kwan ya o mine as for tua it comes with benefit and who to obi for na say or say on far as a responsible person no you resign you tell the people say me to no for one tie bi ntumi I can't be part of this but your culture na your home no sa na ma na nka ho and who mo obi to me na ofa na yere kro be pena mo afa na yere because 2 minutes na ohia 2 minutes so nya ofa nya sade that is the problem that we have so ubenya nkokrafo na hemfo mo te ho power na e wo mo nsem no na mo pe but Jumadi no mbedin they didn't care. So this time round, I'm expecting say National Council of State,
no Mike didn't Juma.
Me say Council of State, Council of State, this time round. Nipa no mo.
Mike didn't Juma. What do Mike?
Say Omunya Akwenya. Now, and rebuild the image of Council of State because in the eyes of Ghanaians, that institution that is the message I'm sending to them.
Open to me, because I know Mike and almost some more Mike needs. So open to me that so far you recommend.
Me say, yeah, black people, I especially Ghanaians, and their attitude toward power, no. I yet such that say nipa no fan you recognize money to me over Panama fan. Call to me no here because yes, some family and it's true, you know very well. And the prequel to me, Edibedi Bro. This time round, I think Council of State they need to work to regain that image that there's a dignity in Ghana for one more. Because let me tell you, in the last 8 years, who Council of State so fast and they are now cast a to about Council of State. I don't even care. Obi a crown none who comments and a man for make social media. People don't care whether Council of State. Because President here not just won't take it decision. So I think as part of the constitutional review we need to look at the functions of the Council of State. Now, and me just advice keke. Now, yeah, send your more critical role. I know the day, me know, but how we can judge them because we pay them. President Mahama has been assigned a role by the Constitution. If he's unable to perform, we can sit here and use indicators and assess it. So I don't think the Council of State today has advice. After all, so when you do be me to know for how do you know whether to know for what I said? So I think we need to redesign your governance system. Some of these weaknesses, we need to address it. Ghana for and this notion of when you need to don't forget that we had the oldest president in our history, Akufo-Addo. Na mamu na yete ho enei, Ghana ba bedru enei. JB, so what the 40 years and now? We started class 1. Now our classmate are no more Jimmy. Obia class 1. Obia one in nam fufua. Sankrofo munye omunye nguyo omaware awo okotase so se de nyansani nyine de ware no saa na se bi obi onim nyansa so nyine de ware e de ba kokora the mere fact say obi so gray hair nam no doesn't mean so onim nyansa, and that is the mistake that we do. Modern governance incorporating a lot of people with intelligence. It's not about age, but we live in an arena where we chira bia o yasikonoma or mobra enya Ghana nka minim say ya bob brands na ya politics, governance, leadership. This am ko sit down e wo East Legon kwaje plot real estate. Mama for who say mababra and say na ba politics. We are not serious. We don't even know what we are about. Governance is about employing mind that are committed and a visionary. Enim dia o ye kwame nkroma fira buchi oba Ghana. Ya fan say potomanto no na ekura no, kapra kura no ni bi. But the guy came here, led this country. Yes, and leave you legacy and me no ye hunu, but we talk sit here and talk about him. It is about in Niamana Nipano, what they do not believe in what you're doing, setting the pace that legacy will transcend beyond generation. And these are some of the things that we need to look at. And I'm saying, people don't even take you serious anymore. That is why now you see this massive infiltration. Owosika, Okotu Galamse, I know, and the Galamse campaigns, safe haven at parliament. Look at a number of Obiobetu Galamse Okroma we are parliament. So I know the day parliament safe haven for Galamse campaigns. And I know the day policies and programs but that oversight responsibility like national service data they or no campaign or the oversight be and your business as usual. So I think that we the people have a responsibility say yes here reset here. We need to reset every single faculty. Resetting mindset, resetting institution, resetting our politics, the political narrative, everything. Say by a solid foundation. At that foundation, give us the Ghana we want. It's not difficult when we are building the Ghana we want. You are not building Ghana for you. Ghana of our own design, of our own creation, and of our own objective. It shouldn't be difficult. And I think that we should be able to enlist the collective will and the support of everybody in putting up these structures together. I will be making sure that the dominant force in our governance system will be institutions, because institutional weakness there is no single country in the world when be with institutional weakness and then from day one and this special prosecutor now all in the press conference look at the demeanor, look at the emotions, look at this is a guy also for 8 good for like several times now what dinner and all your press conference I saw as a signs of emotions in some now account to be saying when so in the air cost clearly give you a signal say institutions that free ride we need to activate and make sure say abandoning the tissue say obi who say idea call wrong they should have the capacity. And Mauritius for is it former president? He was arrested yesterday. Mauritius, prime minister for corruption. Now, South Korea, these are powerful people sitting at the top echelons of the political establishment.
Sri Lanka also
exactly. You see, so when we begin to take accountability to this level, what are your ordinary person? Manager, CEO at any company, you will be careful. But we build impunity to the stand, say even common DC crowd here, wouldn't DC, or no crown, you're holding accountable. Or Timiko police station, the police for atom, now we are transfer. And we've seen a lot of instances where police people have suffered in the hands of your friends that this is at a crass level. At that level, no crimes, how much more at the top, your friends saying government, USA presidency. We need to rebuild, reset, I believe in that reset, but it should start resetting the mindset, resetting institutions, and making institutions effective. Building the Ghana that we want. And yes, no. That approach, must be very candid. Now you're making sure, say, Ghana no amount for abre amount for adeba kwa the hopelessness of young people FAC over this country. Debbie, go to the airport 8 p.m. But who Ghana for my Yadan Kra or more airflow plane at the Middle East. Middle East, UAE, a fence away, a mumma, dodo na kwa, a mukwa ye house help. The living conditions and the near man for go through. Your dad has a kwa filling station, but not to desert is super be to one. Just a near man, what a man for your honor. There are people going through a lot. And if you say opportunities, Chroma, do you think people will go out there? Now, no, yet, Yakunya, a lithium. Kwabrani timi finance akwanso akọ the lithium like akọ 8% or 9% yet Chroma celebrity when young people don't have work to do. I think that these are some of the things that we need to do. My culture say a mineral regime, we need changes. So we have benefited the people of this country because the resources you should be the foremost beneficiary, not understand that way. But right. Resources are Africa, Abrafo never benefited because you knew answer. My culture say we are seeing natural resources, we need answer. They didn't need answer about the FACO, and that is the fate we are suffering.
But I say Ivan Kyei Mensah innocence.
That's what you're innocent.
Now national service for the release video bar and you better go through quickly. Now for Yama. So okay, so national service for the Hano Muse, the better so NCBA, Sasso and President Communication so at the release at the bar as of NRA indicating say President Mahama directed the Ministry of Finance to settle the domestic debt exchange program bondholders. Minoka say we're releasing 6.01 billion Ghana cedis coupon to Eddie Abawa say Bibia so nkoye. So I don't let that screen so no bit me I go through na fe Bibia so to me akoye Eddie Amaye Saso na national service for so outline 30 days omode ba biometric exercise na fe omotumi ama Jubedi no etimi agina ne naso ye in the midst of all these scandals and what have you. See no ade no ye hu. Now so the national service quick one. National Service Authority announces 30 days grace period for biometric compliance for university graduates posted for the 2024-2025 academic or service year. In line with our transformation program and His Excellency John Dramani Mahamad's directive to enhance transparency, efficiency and accountability in the national service deployment process, the National Service Authority wishes to inform all stakeholders and the general public of the enforcement of biometric compliance measure. All deployed personnel who have not yet completed their final biometric verification or validation at their respective regional office are granted a 30 days grace period ending March 19, 2025 to fulfill this requirement. Failure to comply within this period will result to an automatic nullification of your registration and posting in accordance with law. We are just about 7 minutes away. Inti time naso sa anesanti Al Hassan just less than 30 seconds.
Yeah, we say Ghana for and appreciate John Dramani Mahama and maybe Wakasa and I think the name of Wakaina follow in place with John Dramani Mahama. Again, then the team or reset Ghana. Institution must work.
Yeah.
Now say national service a year by and then this year I can force in Ministry of Finance and also okay any head count. Yeah, and you say no. There are people there. You chomo council. More. Bet take or pepper. Ghana near or pese. Or yet accountable. Am I Ghana for? Or you accountable about your doorsteps. Is what will make people discover all this.
All right.
Yet me a miracle, no sir. And yeah, one day end of the year, they Ghana for my 4 years. First one, the Constitutional Review Committee about Meboa.
Yes.
Why? And Yama Mibra Eka, it is welcome.
That's it.
Yeah, making sure say you home ebe gym.
But that's it.
Now you making sure say Yama cost war you put them your jumamu your bibia no. Yeah, me pacho just 1 minute.
Oh no, your time now.
No,
your time.
Just 1 minute.
We can't go beyond our time.
This is Ghana we all want. And John Dramani Mahama is the only one to rescue Ghana.
That's it.
This is the oral book.
Tago minim se bia wo bibi finally. Ivan the one in Casabi. Okay. But me
There's no money kasa. Time mama.
Oh, no, it's okay. Me let's call him you. Because me no mama kasa.
They would order
Ivan 10 seconds. Wow.
I think
My papa.
this national service will
yes.
I think that this audit must extend into the entire government.
Yes,
payroll.
sure.
And JB,
I agree with you.
You see, I think that this thing is easy to resolve. So our head count and the verification will never solve this thing. You see, there should be internal mechanism to do verification at the workplace on daily basis.
But but I say, oh, you better time near the home cover, but I choose a birthday now already.
Oh, there be a play cash out, and I play.
You better cash out. You better cash out. You better cash out.
Yeah, sure.
We will do cash out. Somebody can cash about 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. So me and your quick birthday na sorry so now will be such one on Monty say I find it out said ya but star 439 hash cash out no star 439 hash select option number 3 because me baby travel to see ya you be board draw their fast yes so my really can and wish a very special happy birthday to Precious Amiao teacher ni Ewarumanje MAGHS Precious